Welcome to another whiteboard session. This is Mululu X. Today we want to focus on why men 40 plus struggle with weight gain. What is the strategy for weight loss for men over 40? There's so many hidden barriers that are keeping you stuck and how to overcome them. Now, in today's topic, we're going to talk about the three main reasons, the three main things that are holding you back, the three things that are making it impossible for you to lose weight, what they are, how to handle them, and what is the best way forward. One of the things that we have to understand here is, after 40, your body isn't the same, and especially for those people that were not physical earlier. One of the things we have to know here is, how you treated your body in your 20s, you're going to pay for it in your 40s. Majority of the men that I see, and in the world that we live in now, unfortunately, physical exercise is not a must in school. Most people are not sporty. I've seen men come to my gym in 50 plus. It's the first time they ever try to take physical exercise, and this is under the direct influence or direct threat from their doctors. So what worked for you in your 20s as somebody that used to be physical, somebody that used to be active, won't work for you now. Your metabolism slows down. Your testosterone level drops, especially if your eating is horrible, if you've got poor lifestyle, bad eating habits, lack of exercise or too much cardio, poor sleeping patterns. All those things affect your metabolism. Stress and responsibilities pile up. But I want us to look at the three main biggest roadblocks that affect you when it comes to you in your 40s. Number one here is hormones. If you read most of the fitness magazine, if you look on the front cover, they'll always give you stories like 3 ways to 23-inch biceps, 2 exercises that will get you a six-pack, 1 food that will drop your body fat percentage to 4%, all these things. But you rarely see anybody talk about hormones. Hormones is everything. Hormones become one thing that will determine how fast you age. Hormones determine how lean you are, how much muscle you put on. Hormones determine if you're going to be hungry or if you're going to be full. Hormones determine how you sleep. Hormones determine your recovery. Everything is affected with hormones. And one of the most common hormones that we have to talk about here is testosterone. Testosterone. I'm calling it here Mr. T. Lower testosterone equals more fat. Now you'll find the majority of men now, testosterone drops and the estrogen rises. You've seen a lot of men that are struggling with this, and what are the symptoms? Number one is brain fog. Most people have no idea how much hormones affect your functionality, your cognitive health. Your cognitive fitness has a lot to do with testosterone. If you have a brain fog, it means automatically you cannot focus. The second thing that testosterone will affect is your skeletal muscle. Your ratio of muscle to body fat will always be lower to higher. So you'll always have low muscle, high body fat. That's a direct cause from having low testosterone. The third thing, or one of the byproducts of low testosterone, is having boobs. We call this moobs. You know, a woman, is okay for a woman to have boobs. Every man loves boobs, but there is no man that loves boobs on his own body. We love boobs on somebody else. So when you end up having moobs that we call gynecomastia, because you have a higher deposit of estrogens. This is a fatty deposit in your chest. Rather than having a chest, that is a sign that your testosterone is low. Sleep. You can't sleep well if your testosterone is low. We need to increase your testosterone. And to increase your testosterone, we need to bring in movement, which means we need to build muscle. We need to bring in proper nutrition, and this is a proper right balance between your fats, which most men end up eating. If you look at most of the programs most men work with, they're being fed like rabbits. They're being fed like women. But we need to increase our fat intake. We need to increase and lower down our starch. And of course, the other side effects of low testosterone is just you become a boy trapped in a man's body. You just become bitchy. You know, you one of these people, your voice, the way you behave, the things that you like, those are all symptoms that your testosterone is down. And one of the key things, one of the key hormones that we want to hone in, one thing, if we have to change one thing in this whole equation to bring you closer to the man that you know you can be, is to increase your testosterone. Number two obstacle here is busy lifestyle. When you're in your 20s, when you're single, you have so much time. You have so much time, you have so much energy. You got time to go to the gym and be there for hours. You got time to go hang out with friends. You have time to go eat junk, and your metabolism is still on your side. It will churn up that food and you end up looking better. But that changes the minute you become a family man. When it's time for you to provide. When you become a family man, there's a lot of things that take over your time here. Number one is you're busy building a career or a business. Your family needs you. And where you have all these things, you need to create money. All these things lead to stress. Stress simply means poor habits. When you stress, it means that demand has exceeded capacity. If you have 12 hours a day and you feel like you need 14, then automatically you're going to be stressed. So you have to bring in, one of the things that we're going to do or we've done in this program is to make sure that we have to bring in what we call HIIT training. Short spurts of training. I need you, in the same time it takes you to watch a Netflix movie in 1.5 hours, I need to see you 3 times in a week. We need a workout where in 1.5 hours a week you're able to build muscle, get fit, burn body fat. In simple terms here is feed the muscle and burn the fat. And this changes. So we're bringing in things like kettlebells. We're bringing in low body weight exercise. We're bringing in strength training. A man has to build muscle because you start losing, on average, you start losing 4% of your total muscle after the age of 40. And in 1 year, that's okay. But accumulatively, after 5 years, you will have lost easy 20% of your total lean mass. Most people will always tell you, I'm still weighing the same weight I was at high school when I was at university. But you're not the same man because your body composition is changed. Your ratio of fat to muscle is completely off. You have more fat now and less muscle. And automatically that means you're not the same person. Your metabolism is dropped, your strength is dropped, your testosterone is dropped because muscle equals health. When you have more muscle, it means you're healthy. If you have more fat, it means you're unhealthy. Where there is fat, there is a high correlation, fat and illness, fat and poor sleep, fat and short life, fat and disease, all those things. So we need to build muscle. A man 40 plus, building muscle is your friend. Anything that you do that breaks down muscle, anything that you do that tears down muscle, any kind of program that you go on and you lose weight at the expense of losing more skeletal muscle than fat muscle, then the net effect here is you are a skinny fat person. You are worse off from a body's functionality, hormonal, psychological, physiological point of view than when you started that program. Number 3 here, that is holding most men behind, is outdated diet and training. Diet and training. There's a lot of research, there's a lot of science behind nutrition and exercise. It's no longer during those Arnold Schwarzenegger when they just used to use will, pushing the body until it submits. If you look at people from Ronnie Coleman era, people from the old school bodybuilding that used to believe only in heavy poundage, how you treat your body in your 20s, you're going to pay for it in your 40s. Remember, there is no free lunch. How you treat your body in your 20s, you're going to treat for it in your 40s. Our 20s, our early, when we talk about youth, that's a time when we've been given, because our rejuvenation, the body rejuvenates very quickly. You still have, your stem cells are still high. Your metabolism is still high. It takes a time for us to be able to build as much muscle and fitness as possible to sustain us in the later years of our lives. So if you don't understand the science behind it, then you're going to struggle. Because most people, when it comes to eating and exercising, they keep on trying to do what they used to do in their 20s. It's not going to work now. There's so much that is changed in your body. We need to bring in, the first resistance I need you to be able to do is, rather than telling me how heavy you go on the bench press, how many push-ups can you do? Can you do a push-up through the full range of motion? Because when we 40, 50, 60 plus, the first thing that I need here is, I need to eliminate pain. If you're in pain, you cannot be healthy. If you're in pain, it affects your movement. If you're in pain, it affects your mobility. If you're in pain, it affects every single thing. So for me to eliminate pain, I have to make sure that I'm targeting only the muscle. I have to make sure that your tendons and ligaments are recovering. And that means is I can't, or you can't do what you used to do in your 20s because your body had a higher rejuvenation recovery system, which you don't have now. One, because of age, if you're somebody that never used to train before. And secondly, because of stress, lifestyle stress. And thirdly, most people just don't eat right. So we need to focus on these things and bring them in. So what is the solution? The solution here is, number 1, I need you to forget the eating plan where they tell you that eating less equals muscle loss. That doesn't work for a man. The principle for you here is very easy. Feed the muscle and burn the fat. And to do that is, rather than cutting down on the calories you put in, I need to turn your body into a fat-burning furnace. And to do that, you have to understand muscle is stored energy. Muscle is simply like another human being inside you that wants to be fed. The more muscle we build, the faster your metabolism. That is solution number 1. We've very much focused on building muscle. You can't build muscle without testosterone. So we have to up your testosterone levels, and by doing that, bring in resistance training, and that will increase your skeletal muscle. Number 2 is we're going to focus on hormone-friendly training and nutrition. Short spurts of training, high intensity, push the body to the max and give it enough time to recover. Recovery is as important as exercise. Most people take too long in the gym. You can't train hard and train long. I've never understood how people will train for 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And I've seen some people will even come 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. If you're a man in your 40s, 50s, where do you get that time? Time is you're so short on time because of the other responsibilities in life. So we need short, high intensity, full body workouts. When it comes to it, it's not about isolating. You're not a bodybuilder. You want to have the best functional body possible. And that means for the 3 times that we're training together, you have to work everything. By stressing, by using all the big muscles, using all the big movements, and reducing the amount of rest we have in between, automatically that forces your body to adapt quickly. We need to increase your adaptability. Your body needs to adapt because the stress levels is too high. If it doesn't adapt, it will die. And that's how we're going to change your metabolism, change your shape, reverse your aging, and increase your testosterone. Number 3 solution here is we have to shift your strategy to fit your lifestyle and biology. Most programs and most gyms have got one heart that fits all kind of strategy. People don't have that flexibility. People don't have that kind of luxury. We need a program that fits into people's programs. I need to be able to see you 1.5 hours a week. And the rest of the time, because I need to bring in movement, it's something you can do at home with your family, something you can do in the office. They have to be friendly exercises, things that you can comfortably do in the shortest time possible. Let me know which of this you struggle with. Let me know which of this you resonate with. Let me know which of this you do not understand. And I hope to see you soon in our 100 days, 100 men, 1 transformation. I dare you to join our program, and I hope to see you soon. This is your coach, Mululu X.